Hello. I'm so excited that I can get out and go for a hike. The hike is going to be about 2 hours something away from my home, and I'm still excited. I'm late for the hike because I had to find some sort of a proper cell phone holder that I can use it on the car dashboard or on the windshield. So I got one that's too flimsy, so the recording comes out too shaky, and I need to find a way to mount the phone in a way that my face is not on the phone. You can see some sort of images from outside where I'm going. Vancouver, it's a nice place. It's a very nice area, so you can see lots of stuff where I'm going, where I'm driving around. It's still interesting. And now I'm on a highway on my way to Manning Park, and I want to record about bullying and how you could be bullied and not knowing it. Workplace, in your marriage, even you may have kids who bully you and you don't realize. So why people don't realize they are bullied, and they might be happy in their relationship, let's say work relationship, whatever. If they are happy, yeah, probably that's the design. They are designed to work with bullies, and the bullies make sure they get what they want, and they use you as their living creature tool. So they use your body and your mental energy and whatever energy you can offer. So the bullies achieve certain agenda, certain goals in their agenda. Even they might serve somewhere else above them. I don't have a system to call people who can influence other people through their sales and tricky attitude or their skill. I can't. I am not one of those putting people above other people. So all the people are the same. Even some guy is president of a country. All the people are the same. It's their ability to make more money by using other people's resources. That's why you make money. You either rob a bank, or you invest into a very high interest banking account, or you loan money to someone for high interest, or you discover something, or you have a very special talent and people pay you to buy your creativity. But generally you will make lots of money because others are around you and you use them and they use you. And if you are tricky enough, you can make even more money, because lots of fools will give you money because they don't know how you set the traps for them. Okay, so the same thing in politics. You can have the best agenda, a political agenda, or you can have the best plan for the community. But if you cannot apply it because other people block you or bully you or put you down, then you can't help too many people. But you could have a BS story or a political plan, even doesn't make sense, but you know how to pursue those people to vote you for that. It doesn't matter if you fulfill those promises or not. You got what you wanted, and that's based on your sales skills. So you were able to sell your concept and your ideas and the product of your mind, which is, like I said, those stories that you sell people. So those are ways people make lots of money and lots of connections. they do well at networking, and they are able to control other people's lives. So in that way they think they are above, but they are not above. Even the kings, they were kings who got power not because they were born to be kings or something, but they got power because they had bigger muscles, or they managed to be good bullies and get a bigger army. Because a bully without the army or without the network is a nobody. It's just like everyone else. And it could be a dumb person. And if that dumb person or stupid person does not have the allies, the little army of fools, that bully has no influence on you, has no power over you. So again, don't be naive to think that people who manage to get to different levels of the society are better than other people. You know, you have to look how they got that power to control other people. You have to look in the history, dig little bit, so see, okay, this king of whatever, or this president, how he came to power, how he came leader of a certain party, who is using that person to gain control over other people, or financial control of other people. You know, so you look at those and you figure out, is that a bully? Is that a true leader? Because there are some of the leaders who are true leaders. They really care about people's needs, and they fight for that, and they make sure they fulfill the promises, and so they are high quality human beings. But from what I saw, lots of bullies get to control other people, emotions and financial freedom and the resources and whatever, because of their bullying attitude. And I explained into another video that's the natural design. Some people are supposed to be that way. And you may think, oh, if you are saying that bullies are supposed to be bullies, like some of them are supposed to be bullies, so they move the society forward to their bullying attitude, because without a bully, without a manager that's bullying you and pushing you, you may not want to do whatever they ask you to do. So the changes in the society would be slower. I don't know if it's better to let people to work at their own pace, let people be who they are and not pushing them around, and see how the society would evolve. Would we manage to have everything we have at this point the way we have them, or we would have to wait another 1,000 years for the society to move at that natural pace everyone is built for? So I don't know, but from the experience I see that salespeople who are lying and over-promising and pushing the other departments in their company to do more or faster or whatever, because with the pressure that they say is coming from the customer, which actually comes from them, from themselves. So the salespeople want to make better commissions, want to make more money, and are bullying other people, telling them that the customer wanted that. Yeah, it's true. If you teach the customer to want more and sooner and faster, the customer will be happy to ask for more. And then you as a salesperson or that salesperson would go to the other department, to some managers in a production department or to the supplier, saying that, oh, I need that one yesterday, I need it sooner, the customer is upset, I'm going to lose the customer, and if I lose that big customer, you may not have a work for tomorrow or for the next month or next year. So they come with all sorts of lies and tricks to bully people to make more and faster, and get things done sooner. So again, I don't know if it's a healthier way to put stress and pressure on people and get people sick, frustrated and depressed, because that's one of the reasons the American society, lots of people have to go for a drink after work, or to get drugs. And you know, the biggest drugs consumer in the world is the United States. So not only a medical drug like pills and stuff for treatment, but also drugs, recreational drugs, because people want to feel good. They have enough bullying at their workplace, and they want a piece of a little time for themselves when they feel good. They feel good, at least like in their childhood, when they did not have to worry about anything, to worry about making money for other people and satisfying bullying bosses and stuff. So again, I'm not saying that everyone is a bully boss or bully salesperson or something like that, but you look around, and if you have the same experience, having the chance to go into customer premises, customer places, and industrial, in factories and offices, then you see where the stress comes from. And I'm driving on a highway, so from time to time I have to watch for traffic. I mean, I do, but when I change lanes, which on highway we don't do often, I may have to cut off a bit my speech. So if you allow a bully to bully you, you slowly teach that person that this is the way you can bully me. You tell them, that's me, this is my victim attitude, or this is the way I take your bullying, and you teach them. You tell them, you know what, last time my lies or my tricks or my actions worked for this guy this way. Okay, if it does work, why change the method? It saves me brain power, right? Or if it doesn't work because this guy kind of learned some things along the way, then I'll try to make a change, I guess. So if you let the bully bully you, you actually teach the bully how to behave and how to get what he wants or what she wants. So it happens with families who have bullying kids. So if you don't show the kids what means respect, if you don't teach them how to respect you for being a parent or a provider, the kids as survivors will take advantage of you. The same way the adult bullies do. They take advantage of you because they want to get what they want. They don't think of you, they think of themselves. So same with kids. They think of themselves. They don't consider that you are a human being and you have needs. And they put themselves before you. So, and if you let them, they will start yelling at you, and when they grow older, they could even beat you. They could physically hurt you. So I had a neighbor, a family, and I think I recorded this one in another video, but since people don't really watch what I'm recording, I repeat the same type of story from time to time in different videos. You may hear that I said this one before, but like I said, some people don't watch other videos that I did record, and if they find this one, then I give them the chance to learn from this story. So you don't have to watch the whole video again, it's up to you, but I think you will find some learning experience here. So my neighbor countryside or a small town, mountain town. They had 6 kids. The oldest kid was a boy, and he was a nice person, I would say. And they had another one, a daughter, then daughter, and all daughters till the last one, which was a boy. So the first one, a car accident on the highway, people stopped to watch. That's why it's slow traffic here, and also cops blocked half of a lane. And so the first kid, the son, was a nice person. Then was one that was bitchy, was a woman, was a daughter. Then was another one was very nice. A daughter was very nice. So there is no rule like if you have kids, the girls are nicer, the boys are not nice or not polite. No, it's all depends their personality, and depends what's written in their genes. Because according to one of the theory, like a spiritual theory, humans know which family to go to before they are born, according to their traits, according to their personality. Even as a soul, they have a personality, and they know this is the family. These are the type of adults who would help me with my specific needs on earth, on my mission on earth, with my own ways of thinking. So they don't want to waste too much energy here on earth by going to a family where they don't fit, because it would require not only more energy but mental energy and resources in order to get what you want. So if you get into a family that fits your needs, and you know this father is going to help me with my goals to go through some training or some school, or this mom is going to be loving or caring, or maybe we'll have some sort of a good time. I'll learn from her mistakes because she had a rough life, and I had the previous rough life, and now I see this adult, my future mom, is going to church, and she changed, and she is going to help me with her life experience and help me avoid her mistakes. So talking about the bullying, so the bullying family kids I was mentioning earlier. So I was going by their apartment, because we had a hallway at each floor with 4 apartments per floor, and many times I could hear one of the daughters yelling, screaming at the father, and I knew when it was the woman, the mom, the adult, the wife of the guy, and I knew when it was the daughters. So it was distinct voice. Sometimes the woman was yelling at her husband, sometimes was the daughter, sometimes was like a choir. So I haven't heard the guy, but they had a younger son, the youngest one, a boy, and also he started to yell at the father. Why? Because he learned that type of behavior from their mom. So the mom was the bullying wife, teaching the daughters, but it didn't happen with the first kid. Why? Because this guy, the husband, was in the process of teaching the wife how to bully him. So over the time, she became more bullying, more like putting more pressure on this guy, yelling, and probably, I don't know if there was a physical abuse. I could hear some noises in the house. I don't know what was there. It was not my problem. But that's my Japanese car talking from time to time. And then, like I said, one of the daughters was nice. I don't remember if she was ever yelling at her father or not, but she was much of a nicer person. So some people, come to this world, into a certain environment, and they are nice. Even they may end up having some very rough parents, but they are still nice in their soul. Their soul, it's of a nice person. And again, the father was teaching the mom how to become a good bully, a professional, a well-trained bully. And she passed on that attitude to her daughters. Next to each daughter, when they are born, as a kids, they look at to the parents, then they learn that. And so he died. Maybe he was younger than 50 years old. So he died, and not a long time ago I spoke to my mom, why this guy died? And I said, oh yeah, because he was sick. And I told my mom, that's why he got sick that young, of such a deadly disease, because his body was so worn out and probably not able to fight a disease or an illness, because the mind was messed up. So being bullied for so many years, your mind falls apart, does not have power to listen to the body and maintain a good health on your body. And that happens with workers being bullied at their workplace. They don't realize they are being bullied, and they take that one, they wreck their mind, and sooner or later they will wreck their body. Not only by ingesting alcohol or drugs, recreational drugs, to make themselves feel good, but not neglecting their body, their physical bodies. And you see people dying of depression-related or mental-related diseases. Lots of people end up on the streets because they can't manage the mind. They can't manage the body. They can't find work. They can't find a stable relationship. And they lose everything, including the love of their kids, because the kids love parent only when they get something. So try to argue this one, and I'll suggest you to experiment. Stop giving love to your kids. So stop giving them gifts. Stop allowing them to have the gadgets, whatever you bought them in order to buy love. So stop that and try to ignore them and see how long it takes till those kids will turn their back on you. Will stop saying, I love you mom, I love you dad. Stop talking to you. So I can't say it's true for every single kid. They may be good souls who are good and nice regardless. But an average person is pretty selfish. So if they don't get what they want, they will move on to another supplier, another source of to get what they want. So going back to bullies, how you know you are bullied? You are being bullied. So one thing, a bully has a network of allies, even people around you. So let's say you have a bullying husband. If you let that husband bully you, he won't need allies. Even at workplace, if you have a bully manager, he doesn't need allies. He would bully you because he has the power to control you, or to say yes or no for your employment, or for a better paycheck, or advancement in your career. So you don't want to argue with that type of bullying manager, or someone who picks on you every day. So even you don't make mistakes because you taught that bully that he can give you his stress, you can receive it. You teach that person, and at some point you may notice that every day at 8 o'clock or every day at 3 o'clock or something, you may get something from the bully, some sort of a comments or stupid crap or some argument. So many times you cannot defend yourself. You are powerless in front of someone like that, especially at the workplace when you actually depend on that income, that workplace. And but in let's say in your romantic or personal or family relationship, if you refuse to take the bullying, the bully, if he's a natural bully, if he's genetically designed to be a bully, the bully would find allies. So the easiest allies are not the kids, because it's very hard to make the kids not like you or not love you. And the allies, the easiest allies are the family friends, because family friends might like you, but the easiest way is to find family friends who are not really like you. So you will see that those friends are coming over, invited by your bullying partner, and they follow the same pattern. They will ally to the bully husband or wife, and they will join that your life partner in the bully. And you try to say something, you try to defend, but you're by yourself, you're alone, and your only choice is you can't stand the bullying, because you sit at a dinner table or at a party, and whatever you say, is not right or for them, or you get comments back, and since you are by yourself, your brain power to defend yourself is limited. And sometimes those people get aggressive, they raise their voices, and you think, I don't want to displease, or I don't want to get these people dislike me or something, but they dislike you anyway. If they started such a attitude against you, they don't like you anyway. So there's no point to try to please them, because they are determined, they are being converted. So you realize that, and you don't want to spend the time with someone who does not make an agreeable evening. So you leave. And of course you're going to know or feel that there is backstabbing behind your back if you leave. Oh yeah, he left or she left the dinner table, she doesn't like the truth or something. The truth is variable, so you can make someone to believe that's the truth. So if you have a bullying partner, of course, before she or he goes to convince some people come over as allies, she will make up some truth. She will make up some lies, of course, to appear as the truth. And the weak minds, which are easy to convert, are starting to get that truth. And of course, the bullying partner will gift something, will make some gifts, will try to please those people, because they know the people are selfish, and you need to attract them, to give them some love, so they love you back. So they gain this type of number of allies, and they do that the same thing with the kids, like I mentioned earlier. And now if you are surrounded by a number of people who don't like you, don't want you around, what you are going to do? You want to stand into that relationship. Could be, like I said, even a work relationship. When you see the manager trying to make some allies, like giving some sort of a benefits, or offering something, nice things to certain people in your team. So those people feel that they owe something to that manager or that boss. Okay? So if the boss is saying something, they say, oh, you know what, the boss gave me this, I got a vacation when I need it, and I know other people were put on the waiting list, so I owe this guy something. So when the boss needs something, I jump in and I help. Okay, so that's the way they get this type of allies, and generally they get people who have influence on you. So they are not getting the allies who have nothing to do with your workplace. Some remote guys or woman in the office. No, someone has to be someone close to you who has power over your influence, like your direct supervisor, your guy you work with, or the woman who is supposed to teach you some skills or give you some training. So they carefully craft the number and the type of allies. And in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, let's say you don't want to take the bully from your bullying partner. Let's say he wants to control the money in a house because he is saying, you know what, I make the most money, I make 25% more than you do. So I have the full authority of what we buy and how we spend the money. Okay, so then when you want something for yourself, you always have to go through that husband who has the power, the financial power, and who called himself or even herself a decision maker in financial matters. And if you really want something that promote you in your workplace, you want to buy a course, or you want to buy a better car because your car falls apart or something like that, you need to get approval for that, and which is okay in most couples, which is okay. But since the decision making is in that partner's hands, you have to make some sacrifices. It's not like okay, I want to buy a pair of shoes, new shoes, and you would get a yes right away. If that is a husband or a bullying partner, he will encounter resistance for sure. And so now you want to please that partner because you want some benefits out of the relationship. You want to be able to have an easier spending instead of trying to go through approvals and lengthy discussions. And sometimes, these bullying partners, they know what you really want, and they want to control what you really want. Let's say you are a wife and you have a higher sexual desire than your husband. Lots of women are like that. They have a partner who's all about meeting friends, going for a party with friends, or all about going fishing or hunting. They have their own hobbies that give them the good feeling, the pleasure that they want to feel in life. And sex for them start to fade. The urges and the desires start to fade, even the love. So it's very hard to get a hold of those guys. So I heard stories about wife who is complaining that she has to make an appointment to see the husband on her bed, which is very sad, because you think that all the guys are horny on command. So you are a wife and you say, let's go in bed, have some romance or some sex or whatever, and they are ready to go. No, there are lots of guys who are into something else. And so if that guy has the power to control your sexual life, and you are deprived for what's basic for you, or the basic human needs for you, if that's really important for you, is that part of your life, then they feel good that they have you under their leash. They can control your emotions and what you do, how you feel good. So they use that as a power. And now you have to do whatever they want to please in whatever they want, because if you don't, then you don't get what you want. So wives do that more often than the husbands. Why? Because that's the nature of things, especially with aging. The wives are getting less libido because of the aging eggs, and aging body, and that's the design of the nature. So that's why you don't see too many moms after 40, and they stop making kids after the menopause. Of course, that's the nature of it, that's the design, and that's one of the reasons. Is no point for them to waste energy, because when God designed the world, he had energy conservation in mind, so it doesn't want to waste energy. So if you have a woman who is horny when she is 70 or 80, but it doesn't produce any result, and the result of the sexual activity, the main result would be to make kids. But if it's just pleasure, and after pleasure is nothing, let's say if the pleasure makes you more creative or makes you do something for other people, yeah, probably it does make sense to have sex more often, even when you're 60. But lots of people, they just use it as a pleasure after a certain age, and they go to bed and they do nothing, so they don't help really other people. But those who do help other people, because they are happier about their results, they need sort of a fulfillment and feeling good more often. So it's easier to have a partner who wants sex, a partner who's happy, and a person who's happy generally makes other people happy. So it's kind of a catch-22. So if you want sex more often, then you have to make other people happy, and you will be happy. And being happier, you have higher chance to meet people who are willing to mate with you or have sex with you. Even when you are happy, you smile, and it's a signal to people that you are in a good mood. So when you are in a good mood, that means it's a higher chance that you would enjoy sex. So again, sex is a powerful tool to bully a partner, a life partner, and that's a sign. If you want sex and you have a partner who use their sexual body to control your sexual needs, that's a sign of being bullied. So you should not really go with a religion belief that if you are around a partner who is not helping you with sexual needs, you should still keep that relationship. That's the old mentality. But now you should think of yourself, and if you can be happier into a non-bullied, a non-abusive relationship, move on. So being happier, you can help other people to be happy or have a better life. So if you are working for someone or for a company and if you're bullying, your productivity goes low. You have higher chance to need medical attention. So don't stay into a relationship where you are being bullied. So first recognize you are bullying, so know the signs and act to correct those. So if you see the partner, it could be your boss, your co-worker, if your partner is a genuine bully, so it's born to be a bully, then most likely that partner is not going to change, regardless who is talking to that partner, regardless what you do. It's a born to be a bully person. So just move somewhere else where you find someone who is not bully. And if you meet someone who is not bully, make sure you don't teach that person to be a bully, because some people can be taught how to be bullies, but if they are not natural bullies, they can change. So they can change from being a bully to forget about that and retrain their mind to be a different person. Okay, so I'll let you go. That was a very, very long video. I'm sorry about that. But I'm driving on a highway and I'm excited, and I try to put this thing out because I have a bunch of thoughts in my mind, and I feel that if I don't write it down, or if I don't share, I might die into some flying accident or attacked by some bear or something. And some people find this information useful if they have time to study this. Okay, so let you go. Enjoy your day, because I do mine. I do enjoy my day. Bye bye.